Tori here with another Finishing December Daily Quickly video. Today I'm working on December 12th and I have let's see, what do I have for today? I have a 6x8 spot and a 4x4 spots, and I have all these photos. I don't end up using them. They're just from travel photos, so just traveling to Uganda. It was basically a full entire day of traveling. And I have a text message that I took a screenshot of. I have a photo at the airport in, I don't know, a photo of an airport, of the like sign where they put which gate to go to, and then I have some photos of my feet that I had taken, and I had taken one every step along the way, but I don't end up using all of them. I just end up using just one photo. So here I was trying to figure out which 6x8 paper to use, and I ended up using this one that has like trees on it, and I think it came from the December Daily main kit from Ali Edwards. I really wanted to add a doily, so I added this gold doily that came, I think, from Studio Calico, maybe Freckled Fawn, and I'm just going to add that underneath the 12 tag for today. And I'm just going through my ephemera to see if there's anything else I want to add. I end up pulling out a lot of things for this, and I don't end up using them all. So on a side note, I'm trying to finish these pages really quickly keeping the embellishing fairly simple. So for the 12th, the entire 2-page spread took me about half an hour. Honestly, it could have been a lot faster than that. What took the longest was deciding which ephemera to lay underneath the 12. Honestly, that's all that took the longest. So for the rest of the days, I'm trying not to be so indecisive about things. I'm just trying to like enjoy the process and keep it quick and simple. But I basically go through a whole bunch of things trying to decide, and I end up going with that green and red like flower image. I just love it. And that's it. I honestly really kept it simple. I also grabbed this transparent shape that said, let's go on an adventure today, and that came from Freckled Fawn, and I'm going to put that in one of the pockets and just have a see-through element. So I have the hole in the tag, and I wanted to just add something, so I grabbed some red and white twine and added that on the top. And then I stamped the date, December 12th, and I'm going to glue all of those little items down, just layering the flower and the tag over top of the doily. And honestly, this page is like purely for enjoyment. There's no photo, there's no journaling, it's just a pretty element because I had that 6x8 page on the left and I needed something. So after that, I just add some Bow Bunny red enameled dots or rhinestones, and that page is done. Just stick it in there. I love the way it looks. It's just a pretty element. And then I have that let's go on an adventure today, and I'm going to leave it there. And I didn't really need the word today because the whole month of December is sort of an adventure for me. And I had these cork globes or earths, and I got those at Freckled Fawn, and I wanted to include one of those. So what I did was I just trimmed it down just a teeny bit so that it would fit, and glued it over top of the middle of that, so it says over top of the today, and so then it just says let's go on an adventure, and then it has that map which has Africa on it. And then this is where I'm going to add the photos, and so I just went through some 4x6 and 3x4 cards and picked out 3x4 cards. And I wanted to go with sort of a black and white theme. So I grabbed this one that said fa la 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 la, and that's where I'm going to put my photo of the sign at one of the airports. And I'm just going to grab a Tim Holtz tiny word strip that says adventure and stick that on top of there. And I also have these emoji puffy stickers, which I got from Studio Calico a long time ago. I don't think they're available anymore. And I thought it would be fun to use one of those on each of the photos today. So I grabbed an emoji that's just smiling because it's about adventure. And then I grabbed this red and white strip paper and just cut a 3x4 card. And then I took the screenshot of my cell phone where my mom was asking if I was okay, and I was like, yep. And my dad sent me these like little flags to represent all the countries I was going to, and I said I'm just tired. So I added a emoji puffy sticker of somebody like sleeping. It has these little Z's, whatever you call it, depending on which country you're in. And I just added that there. Again, keeping it really simple. And then the last card is the one where I have my feet, and I wanted a black card. So I had this black card that I had done some stitching on, but I ended up just covering that up, placing the photo there, and I'm going to add some journaling around. And I use this white gel pen. It's actually running low or dry, so I need to get a new one of those. But I basically just wrote all of the places that I flew to, because it was quite the journey. I flew from Toronto to Montreal, from Montreal to Brussels, from Brussels to Entebbe, Uganda, and then I was there. So it was 4 different places I visited, and for some reason I couldn't remember where I had gone, so I looked in my junk journal that I had kept while I was traveling, and just wrote down the locations and just did a little arrow, just adding that journaling, just keeping it simple again. I didn't do a ton of journaling on this day because the truth is I was just on planes and sleeping, and there wasn't anything exciting happening. I guess the most exciting thing was that I was like flying. So I was exhausted, so I added another like puffy sticker here, just with somebody looking tired. And that's pretty much it. I'm trying to decide if there's anything else I want to add, and I decided to add a couple more embellishments to the page. I grabbed this green word strip, and I added that onto the globe, and then I added a gold puffy arrow to the 12, and just for no reason other than I've just liked those arrows and I want to use them. I like using up my stash. I think it's good to use up your stash, and I just stuck that there. And then I also wanted to add some more like journaling almost with a tag. So I grabbed this red tag from Freckled Fawn and added it onto that shoe photo and just trimmed off the excess. And I'm just gonna journal about like how many hours the flight was, how many planes I took. I don't know. It's more like an infographic, like 37.5 hours, 3 planes, 2 stopovers, like all that kind of stuff. And then that's done. I'm gonna add a red Bo Bunny enamel dot just to tie it in with the other page where the 12 is. And that's it. I'm going to stick it in the page protector. And that's it. That's the spread for today. I hope you guys are enjoying this finishing December Daily quickly videos, that you're being inspired, and that you're also finishing yours quickly. Have a lovely day. Bye, guys.